Hey guys, so today we're going to learn about 8.3, solving equations using distributive property. Okay, it's basically about distributive property. Okay, so let's see our first example. This is super easy for you too. Okay, so don't panic when there's a bracket in the equation. So you have a bracket here. 3 multiplies d plus 0.4. That's a cluster. Okay, so basically what you do is that you bring the 3 into here. You bring the 3 into here. So distributive property first. So that will give you 3 times d plus 3 times 0.4, okay, equals to negative 3.9. Okay, if that's the case, then let's solve something that's solvable right now. So how do you solve this? Can you solve this here? Yes, of course. These are both numbers, and these are according to BETMAS. Multiply, you do it first. Okay, so that's 1.2. 3d plus 1.2 equals to negative 3.9. Okay, and our job is always to isolate the d. So there are lots of things on the d side. We want to throw each of them back to the other side. So the opposite of bad math is SAMDEP. So you do a plus 1.2, throw over to the other side first. If you want to throw this little baggage over to the other side, then 3d equals to plus 1.2, change to minus 1.2 to on this side. 3d equals to minus or negative. This is minus a minus b, so you're making the world darker. You're making it more negative. Okay, so how much more negative? So the negative, they get how much negative is their power combined together. So that's 5.1. Okay, so negative 5.1 accumulatively. D equals 2, then we want to throw this times 3 to the other side to it, so it changed to divided by 3. Okay, so opposite sign when you throw some thing over the river, right? Okay, and then you solve it. It should equal to negative 1.7, I think. Okay, so let's make it smaller. So I have space for another method here. Okay, so or you can not use your distributive property. You can just ignore distributive property. You do divide first. So what I mean is it's d plus 0.4 bracket 3 times equals to negative 3.9. D plus 0.4, throw this 3 to the other side first. It's a multiply, so it should become a divide. Negative 3.9 divided by 3 equals to negative 1.3. D plus 0.4 equals to negative 1.3. D equals 2. Throw it over to the other side, change opposite sign. So minus 1.3 minus 0.4, which is equals to minus 1.7. Okay, same thing as this. Okay. All right, so you know, yeah, do this one by yourself. You can pause and come back to me. Okay, now let's do it together. You can do it either way. You can do distributive property or you can do divide first. Let's do distributive property first, okay? So let's see that if you are doing distributive property, you bring the 2 into here, 2 into here. This sign doesn't change, okay? So 2e minus 2 times 0.6 equals to 4.2. All right, so 2e minus 2 times 0.6 will give you 1.2, okay? And you want to isolate this e, so you want to throw away minus 1.2 first. Minus 1.2 to this side, it will turn into a plus 1.2 to e. And then this will give you 5.4. Yes, okay. And then I want this 2 to be on the other side. So opposite operation, e equals to 5.4 divided by 2 instead of times. And it will give you 2.7. Okay, so if you want to do divide first, e minus 0.6 equals 2 over 2. Why? Because you want to throw this 2 to the other side, change sign to divide. Okay, e minus 0.6 will give you 2.1. That's the result of that. And then e will equal to, throw this minus 0.6 to the other side, and 2.1 plus 0.6 will give you 2.7. Okay, so same answer. Great. This question here. let's do this one together, guys. And this question here, I think when you see up and down, so two fractions equal to each other, the first thing that pops into your head will be cross multiply, okay? So whichever method you use, whether it's divide first or times first or whatever, in this case, you can do cross multiply, or you can do times 5 on the other to this side, okay? So it doesn't really matter what you use. It's just that as long as you find the easiest way for that specific question. So if I want to do cross multiply, okay, it's basically t minus 1 bracket times 2 equals to 3 times 5. Can we do that? Yes, of course we can do that. T minus 1 and times 2 will give you 15. Throw this 2 to the other side, so 15 over 2, t minus 1. And then t minus 1, throw this minus 1 to the other side, it will be t equals to 15 over 2 plus 1 instead of minus 1, okay? So that will give you, this is 7.15 here plus 1 equals to 8.5, okay? Cool. If you want to do times 5 to the other side first, so I'm just going to copy it down. I'm just going to teach you different methods of doing things, and it will be different for different question, but choose your easiest way, okay? So you can throw this 5 to the other side. This is divided by 5 here, so change it to other side, it changes to times 5, okay? So t minus 1 equals to 3 over 2 times 5. Yep, of course we can do that. And then it will be 15 over 2 on this side, okay? And t minus 1, t equals 2, then 15 over 2 plus 1, because minus 1 throw over to the other side, change it to plus, and it will be the same scenario here, which equals to 8.5, okay? So same thing. Yeah, pause here, do this by yourself, and come back to me. Okay, and let's talk about it now. You can do cross multiply or you can do times 3 first. I will do times 3 first because last time I did cross multiply first. And then divided by 3, so throw over to the other side, change to multiply by 3, c plus 2, and then minus 15 over 2, c equals 2. And this is plus 2, throw over to the other side, change it to minus 2, minus 2. Okay, so it's minus 15 over 2 minus 4 over 2, which will give you minus 19 over 2. Is that an answer? Yes, that's an answer. If you want to change it to decimal answer, of course you can. That will be minus 9.5, I guess. Okay, do not lose this minus sign, please. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, let's do this one as an example, word problem. Amal bought 5 circuit tickets. She paid that much handling fee for each ticket. The total cost before tax was that. What was the cost of each ticket excluding the handling fee? Okay, how to approach this question. So there are 5 tickets. So let's, because it's the first time you see these kind of problems, so I'm going to draw it out, okay? You don't have to draw it out every time. So there is a ticket fee, the cost of each ticket. So there's a cost for each ticket, which is actually, we want it to be X because we are asked about it, okay? So each ticket has a fee of 5. So for example, $5 or $6 for Wonderland entrance fee, okay? But she also pays another 4.5 handling for a fee for each ticket. So 4.5 for each ticket. Okay, so basically the total cost of all of them together is 210. Okay, so for each ticket here you need to actually pay X for the original ticket fee and also 4.5 for the handling fee. So 4.5 plus X will be, so this is the ticket fee and this is the handling. So for each ticket you're going to pay 4.5 plus X amount of money. And so how many tickets did she bought? It's 5. So I want to actually put this 5 to the front, which gives you a total of 210. Okay, that would be the formula for it. So that means like 5 sets of this. So 1 set, 2 set, 3, 4, 5 sets of this. It equals to a total of $210. Okay, and how do you solve this? You can use distributive property times 5 plus 5x. So bring 5 in here and in here, 120, and then just solve. Okay, so this will be that's right. plus 5x equals to 210. 5x and then 120, throw this plus to the other side, change to minus 22.5. 5x equals to, oh, I need to pull out my calculator again. 110 minus 22.5 equals to 187.5, and 5 equals to 187.5 divided by 5, because 5 you threw over to the other side, okay? And it will be 37.5 for each ticket, okay? Yeah, so that's the question, and then just press pause here so you can do it by yourself and come back to me after you're done. Let's talk about it. So one day in October in Churchill, the daily average temperature is that. So average, let's just write down information we have. Negative 1.5 degree. The high temperature is 1.3. Calculate the low temperature. Ooh, that's a really easy one. Okay, so what is the low? It basically is an average, so 2 add up divided by 2 equals to the average. The high is this plus the low. I actually don't need to write the degree. Okay, plus the low divided by 2 equals to the average, which is that. Okay, and you want to throw this 2 over to the other side, change to times 2. Negative 1.5 times 2 equals to 1.3 plus x. 1.3 plus x therefore equals to negative 3. Okay, because it's that. And x equals to 1.3 over to the other side, change the sign. X therefore equals to minus them cumulatively, making the world darker, making it more negative. Okay, so 4.3. Okay, so the low temperature is minus 4.3 degrees Celsius. Okay, so these are the homework, so good luck. Any homework questions, please upload on or leave a comment on the Google Classroom. Once I send out the announcement, I'll make an explanation video. Okay, so good luck.